This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your DM, Johnny, and your host for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And it's going to be a wild adventure as the Torllskull Trio get back from the Underdark and start to plan out this adventure for the island of the Poo Bash Aboo. What is going to happen? What are they going to encounter? And what are they going to find in Waterdeep when they get back? There's a lot of fun. This is such a fun episode. I laughed a lot when I was editing this one. It's just good chemistry and a good group just having fun. And I hope you enjoy it. It is going to be great. As always, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast, and you can find us on Discord following the links for this post or this tweet or anything else that's connected to it, and on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com, where you can watch this episode or any of the previous episodes, and of course on our own YouTube channel. I think we got that out of the way. And so at the break, we're going to be talking about what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. We're going to talk about a giveaway, and I guess that's it. I hope everyone is staying safe. I hope everyone is washing their hands. I will see you at the break. Please enjoy the first half. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast, Season 6, episode 4, as I mistitled the episodes last time. So we're actually on episode 4 this go. We are here with Yozef, Amalica, and Waywocket, as we had a moment with Amalica and Amalica in the Shadowfell.
A near embrace.
Nah.
No, not even close.
Learned a little bit of her powers, her origins. Her dad is dead, but not dead in the Princess Bride sense type of.
Mostly dead.
Only partly dead. He's got true love to bring him back.
And they've got a shadow puppy.
And he got a shadow dog.
Oh, yeah.
Liar.
Sorry. Just gonna... Miracle Max and Waywocket have a few things in common.
That's true. You do you.
I still always laugh at that. I'll call the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
Yeah, that's one of the best lines in film history.
And then we got to learn a little bit about the island of the Poo Bash Aboo. We made it back to Torllskull Manor, where apparently Alvin has been trying to manage a bunch of cultists and a bunch of people, just waiting for Yozef to return, as he didn't really leave a forwarding address, and they're just kind of expecting the puppy dog.
I feel like this would be like a really fun side adventure to do. Did you listen to the CBC Nexium podcast about like the cult, like the Nexium cult?
No.
You could do like a whole expose on the island of the Poo Bash Aboo. Like just be like very serial-esque, and
we can always do a one-off adventure.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Just cleaning up the after effects if or when you guys show up.
we see them over there. Quick, don't let them see you. And then interview everybody.
These cultists, though, at Torllskull Manor, like, he was only gone for about 5 hours. They're really hurting.
Were we really gone for that long? I mean, I guess technically the episode stretched for me over a couple.
Yeah,
of
it's been like several months for us, but for our characters, like, it's the same day.
I'd say about 8 or 9 hours.
The longest days.
Yeah. You guys
It really messes with my sense of time in this game.
Yeah.
I've ever since season 4 at the Tomb of Annihilation, I've always had to keep like a day track marker.
Oh my god, that's so smart.
Because sometimes it's just like I don't remember what's going on.
I feel like, I could do like a little section on my notebook where it's like, a prison book. Like and it's just got one tick on it, like just one.
But it's really
Going over
deep
that.
carved.
But there's so many doodles around that one tick.
So many raccoons.
All right, so we'll say it's nighttime as you pull into. Oh no, it's all right. As you appear, your magical fireplace teleporter pops up. Whereas people have so lovingly liked my teleport pop.
Yay.
As the door opens up and the cultists erupt in gregarious cheer as they see Yozef come through the door. And Alvin looks a little, not frustrated, but spent that this has been a longest day for Alvin of just managing the manor and dealing with Yozef's cult in the they're buying stuff, but they're getting very culty about it.
Shocking. Who could have foreseen this?
Alvin, looks like your dogs are barking. Can I get you a drink?
I don't want to let my guard down around these people. They've been like having pamphlets. They've been telling people to come on by, that he's going to show up again. He'll has a second coming where he's just going to return and lead everyone to like this promised land. And I don't know what I just don't know what to do anymore.
I think we need to put a ban on cults.
Well, we could institute a time limit without purchase. Would that help?
They're rich. They just keep they pump money into this place to stay here because they know
I thought
he's
they were
here.
homeless.
Yeah, that sounds like not the worst problem we ever had, but it looks like you've had a busy day there. Why don't you take the rest of the night off?
You know what? I think I will. And you see him kind of like slink upstairs, like shoulders sunken, like head down, like drops a step every now and then as he climbs to the ceiling. Like, it just looks like exhaustion just finally caught up with Alvin.
Amalica does a little aside to lift and just kind of says, "Hey, can you just go bring him something? Just go bring him some sustenance or."
You
alcohol.
see a tray and a bottle of wine go floating up the stairs.
You're a good ghost.
Yozef, your followers, probably we'll say numbers around 65, 70, are all just kind of crammed into Torllskull Manor, just expectant puppy dog faces looking at you.
Wait, you already addressed them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we sort of ended on me giving them a big. I brought out our new slogan,
Oh, right,
which
right.
is
It was going to be the title of the episode. I wrote it down somewhere, which I can't find.
It's fine. You'll come up with a new one,
No,
and that
it's-
can be your ongoing gag.
it was so catchy.
Yeah.
No, it was like yesterday's gone.
Tomorrow you're in a cult.
It was less on the nose.
Something with the word challenge, but I can't remember.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah, we'll go back
We'll
and
fix it in
learn
post.
what our catchphrase
I
is.
brought this notebook to take notes, and all I've done is just more doodles.
Yeah, but where we left it, I was sort of chanting with them, and they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
cheering,
sorry.
and then I turned in.
Well, way back a couple seconds, as you see them all kind of surround you, and they all kind of lift you up. Your face almost hits the couple of the low hanging banisters in the ceiling, as it looks like they're carrying you to the bar in complete worship and adoration.
My friends.
You hear coughing. So, boss, what do you want to do? This is a lot of people we got at our beck and call.
What time is it?
It's about 8 or 9 o'clock. So,
Oh, okay.
in
So
the
it's still
springtime, so the sun's just set.
My friends, calm yourselves down. I've noticed some of you have been printing your own pamphlets. That catchphrase we just chanted, let's keep it on those pamphlets. Let's get the message out. That's going to be our official catchphrase. Loving the enthusiasm. Don't go off brand. If you don't mind sparing me for a few moments, my associates and I have to plan our next grand adventure.
At your OG cult.
So I'm going to motion to Waywocket and Amalica to join me in the upstairs portion, which I guess is still kind of like we've still got that sort of sanctum upstairs,
still
right?
like-
We haven't really opened that for
It
business.
was your old library, and you just
Yeah,
kept using
exactly.
We just had that for Winter Shield, open. That was
Yeah.
just a VIP.
Yeah. You do, as you go up the stairs, Yozef, you do hear a couple of people saying, "Wait, he's got another cult. What, are we not good enough for him?"
No. You're just filling a void.
You see,
Filling a void with love, she means.
Somebody give me an insight check.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty good.
This cult's going wrong way earlier than I expected.
It's a 26.
Wow.
Waywocket, there is actual an air of disappointment and almost despair. Not quite there yet, but a lot of people had an audible, not gasp, but just kind of like taken aback by like, wait, he's a two cults leader. What?
Why are they thinking that I've got two cults?
Because I just shouted it.
Yeah, she literally just said it like a couple of seconds ago.
Oh.
You really hurt their feelings, Amalica. They're really possessive over him. It's,
Alarming?
yeah, it's pretty alarming.
I don't think there's any way to spin that.
Regardless of how you feel about their religious freedom, I said it. Those people are bringing their hard-earned money into this establishment, basically keeping us afloat, especially after Waywocket's disastrous mercantile adventures.
We could tank this place for the next gazillion years and we'd be fine, technically speaking.
Listen to her. Easy come, easy go. We almost died becoming rich. And we're going to become poor if we're not attracting a regular clientele to this dump. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't. It's a dump.
I mean, it's arguably not anymore.
No, actually, it's been spruced up quite a bit. You've had the Zentrines
Yeah, I guess so.
refurbish
Yeah,
it, and then Acquisitions Incorporated that put their money into it. So it's actually quite a nice place now.
It's quite a nice place now, as we all know. And what's the point in going backwards? What, now that you have money, you don't care about people's feelings?
To be fair,
don't
aren't you
care
kind of
about
going
people
backwards a little
belonging?
bit? Because, again, you're just going back to your roots of being a cultist.
I am not.
Okay.
I am giving people hope. I am giving people change. I am giving people a future.
And what did the cult do for you before?
They gave me nothing.
Didn't they give you purpose?
They gave you those ghosts.
Yeah. And they gave you purpose in coming here in the first place.
First of all,
Listen.
that island is lousy with ghosts. That's like saying that people gave you carbon dioxide. It's just around. It's just around.
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to get on the side of the Poo Bash Aboo. I'm very suspicious of their whole activities. We've litigated the subject of Yozef's burgeoning cult enough for one day. The point is, you just gotta be careful with those people. They're not maybe all the way there, and they just got their feelings real hurt by this. I think they have abandonment issues.
How would I know that they were gonna react that way?
The point is, when we go to the island of the Poo Bash, you need an exit strategy that will not result in them tearing this place apart.
A plan forms in my mind.
I'm gonna let that keep forming.
Speaking of Battle of Poo Bash Aboo, we're just gonna. We have to find some star charts.
Yeah,
Star charts?
we can blow in a call to head office there, see what they got. If not, maybe head down to the dock ward. They have some star charts there. It's how a lot of people navigate these days.
But what if we needed to move a lot of people at once? I mean, how about your pirate connections? Is there any chance, a couple months down the line, we could charter a boat?
Wait, you want to bring a rival cult to your home cult?
So let's just be frank here in that I apparently offended them by saying he had another cult, and now his other plan is to bring the cult to the cult?
You know what's offensive? The word cult.
All right, the C word. Is that better?
That sounds worse somehow.
Well, okay. Well, let's just, put it out there. I don't trust Amalica. Real don't trust her. I think there's some shady shenanigans going on, and Waywocket has made me deeply more suspicious by post-recording notes.
I think actually that was on the recording.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But, like, I don't think we should trust any of my current pirate connections. Like, you know, I just don't think I trust any of my family, alive or dead, or partially dead, or kind of dead, or, you know what, I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them.
If you're looking for pirate connections, Luskin is now officially part of the Lord's Alliance, so there is more than Uncle Daddy's pirate fleet.
I don't remember who that is. Who's that?
Who's Luskin?
Alaskan is the nation that Uncle Daddy owns.
Who's that?
Well, we were both in the same boat. The
usually
same pirate boat.
It's essentially like a city nation of pirates.
Oh, okay.
That is the
Which
name.
you helped facilitate last season to joining the Lord's Alliance.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I remember definitely for sure.
Slipped our mind, yeah.
Cool. Well, that.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, just okay. Time out for a second. Where's Carl?
Oh, I'm here. I'm visible.
But like, have we baked you into anything lately?
We're doing bread now. He's just bread.
He's just bread. Okay. Well.
I'm a baguette right now.
Oh. Okay. Just checking. It'd been a while, so you know, just making sure you're still.
I felt the urge just to keep quiet last episode as I break the fourth wall. But everyone was having moments. I didn't want to interfere.
That's so unusual.
So, we should get some supplies together. We might be there for a while. We never know what the cult's gonna do, so we want to be.
Sorry, I think we said the C word.
Well, I gotta keep. In this case, okay, I should maybe also specify which one I mean, because in this case, I mean the Poo Bash. Should maybe not necessarily trust the Poo Bash not to say, like, destroy our magical flying house, or if we take a boat, if they're not going to just,
Yep.
crash it somehow. So get some supplies tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe some reinforced armor for myself, maybe for you guys too. Some camping gear, some climbing gear, some scaling gear. Just, the adventurer's suite for doing something in a inactive volcano.
Oh, right, the volcano.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that part.
Don't forget the volcano.
Yeah.
I did forget the volcano.
I think that's actually called repression.
Yeah. That could be. I think I might need therapy.
So
Definitely do.
So I think tomorrow we should get some supplies. Figure out how you're gonna utilize your new group, Yozef, and then get started on this caper.
Oh boy.
Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good.
So as night continues
nodding.
on, everyone heads to the bed for the night, has a really good restful sleep if you choose to. If you want to have a not restful one, that is also an opportunity you can take. But the sun comes up nice and early. You can smell that classic Lift breakfast on the go. Everything is spread. He seems to be a big believer in breakfast being the most important meal of the day. And it's, your traditional like fruits, meats, pastries and whatnot, all laid out in a very kind of like Top Chef type of presentation style. Like there's a look and a feel and an emotion to this food as it's laid out on the table for you. So just the smells and aromas just like flood through your nose and your face.
Ugh. This is so good.
Also, there are hot toddies for everybody.
Oh.
This is the best way to start the morning.
The second best part about all this is that there's no crystalline spiders serving any of it to me.
Are you still having nightmares?
I mean,
One night ago.
yeah, it's not really still. It's more like waking day terrors.
Look, they're just really long days.
Yeah, you've had yourself once again, Liv. Incredible work. Alvin, you look pretty rested there.
It's like, oh man, it feels good just to sleep, just to put your head down and not worry about anything.
It gratifies me to hear that.
I'm gonna throw an idea out there just because let's just take an inventory day. Maybe no cultists today.
Okay.
Just close up shop, say, hey, we're doing inventory. We gotta count stuff. Look, there's a chair.
How have Harko and Hadar been doing? Have they been helping you?
They've been really good with the clerical and the like clerical paperwork type of stuff and like just management. They've been really excelling at and Martem has been helping out in the kitchen and Liff has been teaching them some great stuff. Like they've shockingly have been great employees. Like they have boundaries and direction, and I guess that's all they needed in life.
We have a real ramshackle group going on here.
Sometimes you hire from within and promote from within. And sometimes...
you just find people on the street.
Sometimes we've turned lemons into lemonade, is what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just baffled.
I may want to tweak your metaphor. Like, let's just say, like, you turn the oranges into blood oranges, because Harko's still doing the blood magic thing.
Yeah, but not in front of the customers.
No, he's in the basement doing that stuff.
It's what? What's he doing? Do I want to know what he's doing?
I don't want to know either. He just says he's going down there to practice blood magic, and...
Why would he tell us that?
I think he feels part of the team, and he can trust us like that.
I mean, I guess at least he's not doing it in secret?
Yeah, he's not like...
Well, to be fair, I don't think he's ever really been secret about...
No, I don't think he's...
He's been looking after for opportunities since we met him to do it.
I've been doing it with him, and I've got to say, I mean, every once in a while, it does come in quite useful. It hasn't unlocked the secret of why I'm absorbing this power, but, nice to pick up a couple tricks.
Anyhow.
I was just thinking back to the ghost brothel.
Yeah, Alvin, if you need a day off even, we can just close up the shop. That's no problem.
Yep. And he's like, that actually, just I need some buffer period because like the cultists, it's a busy restaurant and then you have to deal with crazy at the same time.
Do we need to get you some more staff? Like, what can we do to help you?
We can hire more staff, but that also increased our costs. So it depends how much you want to spend or.
It sounds like these cultists are spending quite a lot.
I'd probably say about 60% of our income right now.
That is a troubling percentage.
I feel it could be higher, but I feel like they also kind of push the normal people out as well. We've kind of become like a cultist hotspot.
I'm still hearing a lot of that C word around here.
You're going to keep on hearing a lot of it because that's what they are. We're not in denial here.
If you're feeling a bit stretched, I'm sure some of our devotees, our followers, our friends might be able to help you out or
Waywocket, draw the
even
line.
replace
Draw the
you
line here.
for...
If you're going to call them friends, give me literally any of their names.
And you can't just say names and assume that might be one of them.
Rifflehab.
Yeah, describe his face to me.
Round.
Eyes.
What species is he?
Humag.
That's not one.
Yeah, I'm just calling it here. This is not happening. That's a strict no. Alvin, there's not going to be cultists working for you. No. Say no to cultists.
I don't think I'd hire them.
Cool.
They wouldn't take orders from me anyways, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that's a problem.
They take orders for me, something that you seem to be having trouble doing.
Yeah, but you're not here all the time, though, and I got to run a bar.
And we are leaving again.
And we're leaving again. Mm-hmm. So, hold the fort. Don't be throwing around that C word with 60% of our clientele, and, we'll be right back. But if bigger and more heroic than ever.
We are going into a volcano. We might not be right back.
But if you tell them to be okay with the word cultist, they'll do it. Because it's
true.
You saying it.
Telling people that it's okay to be a cultist is something a cult leader would do.
You are a cult leader.
And I'm a hero and a savior.
I'm still feeling the cult leader thing. I'm with Amalica on this one.
Yeah, that's you're not doing a great case for yourself there, buddy. But look,
we can work on self-awareness. You've come a long way. I will be the first to admit that you have made a real character arc here. But the self-awareness, that could be fine-tuned a bit. Yeah.
All right.
I got much more.
So look, I got here a grocery list essentially of the top adventuring gears that I think we will need. I have divided it into 3 parts. We should be able to gather these all by noon, and then we'll work on that stock chart.
As you get ready to head for there, you actually hear the door chime just jingle a bit, jing-ding, as you see this little gnome come in, and he's got this wonderful forest green 3-piece suit on, white dress shirt, little bowler hat, and kind of like this salt and peppery Magnum PI sized mustache that kind of just like comes down over the top of his lip. He's got like these really fancy brown leather gloves on his hands, a dark wooden walking cane with like a gold top to it, and he's kind of folded under his arms. And these little bispectacles on his eyes. So he pulls them off and just pulls out like a small little chamois and gives him a good clean. He's like, "Oh, hello. I'm looking for Mr. Waywocket Sprocket."
You found him?
Oh, good. He reaches into his jacket and pulls out an envelope and hands it to you.
Have I been served?
In a manner of a sense.
I grab it, and should I open this now?
Oh, please. We do have things to discuss now.
I will open it.
Yeah, it is essentially an invoice for 75,000 dragons from the, get his name right here, the Farfernarkle Investment Company. And it says that Waywocket Sprocket took a loan from the investment company, and it's way past due to pay back. So
but I did not do that.
it has your signature on it.
Oh, and then there was that guy before who thought you were someone else.
And when you look down at it, that is your signature on it.
Someone's
so I have proficiency in calligrapher's tools.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at it to detect a forgery?
I'll say give me either an insight or investigation, and you can use your proficiency on it as well. If you already have your proficiency, I'll give you advantage on the roll.
All right. Yeah. So this is investigation?
Sure. Whichever you feel more comfortable using.
Definitely investigation, because it is... it's still 18.
Still 18. For all intents, you've never physically met this gnome before, but you also know that's your signature on the paper.
Okay, and is he presenting me an original document?
He's presenting you what appear to be investment papers that Waywocket Sprocket about a decade ago went to Mr. Farfernarkle to get an investment for a dungeon run to do an adventuring party, and needed 75,000 gold pieces to get everything set up for a return of over 500,000 dragons for his investment. And it looks like that there was a clause on it that if he were to die, the investment is voided. But if he does not return in X amount of time, it looks like it was estimated to be about 2 or 3 years, that he would owe the money plus interest back onto the investment company if no adventuring returns or loot or booty were brought back.
And it does have my full name on it, like Wiggins, Waywocket, Umpen, Crabbernet Sprocket. Yeah. Okay,
and it's all the way you do your T's and the way you do your O's. It is your handwriting,
and the little heart at the end.
I feel like there's been some kind of deep misunderstanding, sir. 10 years ago, I was in no position to be running any kind of adventuring party down these investment lines. I was in a different line of work altogether.
Well, I do disagree with you, and this is, please, do not try and deceive a gnome such as myself, who's been in this business for quite some time. But we do have the paperwork of Mr. Waywocket Sprocket producing this investment, working with us, and with interest rate of about 12% every month. We thought it was a very grand investment to take, and because either way, we're making money. And unfortunately, we never heard from Mr. Waywocket Sprocket for quite some time. And sure enough, this wintertime, the hero of Waterdeep comes across 50,000 dragons and opens up a shop across the street with his own bar. And we figured, well, it seems his adventure must have paid off quite handily. It's come time to collect.
See, now, who made this agreement? Like, who in your firm made the agreement?
Oh, it was done by correspondence, of course.
That's a terrible way to do loans. And who would not meet the person they're giving money to? This seems to me like you're trying to extort me.
Well, this is your handwriting. And he actually begins to pulls out like a small little like envelope, or sorry, like a vanilla-sized envelope, and opens it up and begins to produce correspondence about Waywocket Sprocket writing the Farfanarkle Investment Company about this golden opportunity to expand your riches and horizons and to explore the dungeons of the Forgotten Realms and of the Sword Coast, and that the returns on their investment will be 10 times, 100 times what they are. And then with kind of like references and sources and histories of what Waywocket Sprocket has been doing over their career of a dungeon runner.
But it's not my history.
It is not your history.
And nor is it the history of my uncle.
Give me a history check, actually.
Not my best check. Oh, but a good roll. It's a 19.
A 19? You're pretty sure? Like, some things you see and recognize, some things like, oh yeah, standard adventures do that. But some of these are like, I think that's attributed to somebody else. It seems like it's almost like someone took a Wikipedia file of famous adventures and just kind of went down the line of achievements and not running them directly, but associated, have their foot enough in it that they could be thought of being associated with it.
Sorry, crypt.
And I do hope to settle this face-to-face before I get the local authorities involved. As you can see, this is all legally binding.
Face-to-face. So you're collecting it face-to-face, but you allowed the correspondence for the loan to happen, again, via correspondence?
Well, the offer was made to us, and we figured with either the return from a successful dungeon run or 12% per month for a couple of years on 70,000 is we make money either way.
Look, I'm very happy for you and I to hire an independent mind reader, truth seer, cleric of knowledge of some kind to get to the bottom of this, because I am not the signer of these documents. I did nothing to this. I am being set up or framed, I might say.
You see him begin to sigh and gesticulate and takes off his leather gloves and gently places them on his inside jacket. He says, "Now, Mr. Sprocket, this is not my first rodeo, not my first time I've come to collect things for the Farfanarkle Investment Company. I've heard a whole spectrum of excuses of why people can't pay the money they owe. And, this I'll get the truth spell and I'll get to divine that I didn't do this. Now, if we live in a world where we can tell if someone's telling a lie or if they've done something or not, isn't it also not reasonable that there's magics out there that could circumvent, for those who are clever and resourceful enough to circumvent those means of..."
And obviously, wouldn't there be means to fake and trick you, to deceive you into trying to target me now that I am a rich and successful and well-known member of the community?
Oh, well, we thought you were quite dead until we heard about the news in Waterdeep and thought, well, his adventure must have been successful after all.
See, wasn't dead, never signed this. Never heard about it. And then you can be disappointed about it all you want, but...
Well, we have the paperwork that is this your signature?
See, it looks a lot
Did you take
like
a
my
couple
signature.
pieces of ID? Like, this seems like a really questionable way to have just started a loan, like on someone's word and signature.
Well, we don't discuss how we do our investments, business practices, but I assure you it went through our divinators, and they decided this is a sound return.
Actually, have I ever heard of the Farnarkle Company?
Farfanarkle? Yes.
Farfanarkle?
Give me a history check, and you get advantage because you're a gnome.
It is a 17.
17. Yeah, you've definitely heard of. It's essentially a company that, if stockbrokers in the real world, these are kind of like the same thing, but they fund adventure runs. So they make sure that people get magical items, get party members, get transportation, everything they need to like do a successful run into a dungeon, with the expectation that they get the lion's share of the cash that comes back.
So you could say they're adventure capitalists.
That is the pun I was going for.
I'm not here, though. I'm upstairs.
Wait, didn't we come down with you?
No, I've gone off by myself to have my...
You're like, I'm bored of this conversation and left.
I've already dealt with one gnome. 2 gnomes, come on. But think of them as like the Dutch East India Trading Company. They've been around for a really long time.
Right.
Like a Lloyd's of London, they have a provenance.
Oh, because banks are never shady.
Yeah, I was going to say, have I ever heard of any Farnarkle, like, scandals or other news?
You have, but not for the reasons you want to have heard of them. That their collectors are quite either efficient at returning the money owed or very brutal and not getting the money back.
Look, I don't want to sully your reputation. I feel like we have both been wronged here and should be working together to find the real culprits.
Well, according to my paperwork, this is your signature. This is your bar. This is your antiquity shop across the street. And that was you in the news making all those thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dragons. And from our side, our investments just matured and paid off.
Yeah, and you see, and from my perspective, some weird leech just showed up and is trying to take what I earned.
Well, I believe we have an impasse here. I apologize, we could not settle this face to face. This is fair warning. I will be contacting the local authorities in Waterdeep, and we will begin a litigation in the legal system, as it were.
No problem. I will also be beginning my own investigation. I'll have you know.
We welcome it, but you will be served with summons in the near future. And
can I have any of these copies of these documents that I supposedly wrote to you?
Well, you should have your own copies.
I sure as frick don't, though, because they don't exist.
That, unfortunately, is your the copies of your documents are your responsibility.
That is a real... You know what? Get out of my bar. I'm actually through being pleasant with you, sir.
It's like,
this is like the rat situation all over again.
Different type of rat. You see him put his gloves back on and adjust his spectacles, kind of twiddles, like his mustache kind of flutters a little bit. He's like, well, then I will...
Yeah, no, I don't care. Go!
You see him fold his cane underneath his armpit and then gently or gracefully walks out of the door.
Well, that was...
I gotta go talk to that private eye. I will see you soon.
All right. Malika's just kind of standing there by herself, looking around, and just like,
gone.
all right, I guess I'll go take care of my to-do list. And also just disappears.
So Waywocket will walk right over to
Right across the street
to the private tiger.
Tiger's Eye. Vincent
Tiger's
Trench.
Eye, yeah,
Tiger's
Vincent
Eye.
Trench.
I like Private Tiger. It kind of just sounds like a Saving Private Ryan,
Tiger.
but with tigers.
Tiger for money.
Like, I'm just imagining Tom Hanks, but as
Purr
a
what
tiger.
you want to purr.
Yeah, exactly. We're all imagining Tina Turner as a tiger, and it's much better.
Wait, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I don't think I got that memo. But
did I get to keep anything that had my signature on it?
No,
though?
he kept all of it.
Okay.
So you had the like kind of like the serving of the summons.
Right.
You owe. Here's your invoice. You owe this much.
Right.
And it's like essentially just like a contract between Waywocket Sprocket and the Farfanarkle Investment Company that they're going to give you this money under these agreements.
Right.
And here are the terms that activate paying it back. And since you are not dead, they're either expecting a adventurous hoard of money or they're 75,000 back plus 12% per month for 3 years.
And have you done that math yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was writing it this morning.
Yeah, no problem. I don't have my calculator on me because it's off for the recording.
Well,
so.
it's going to be...
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll knock on the privatized door.
Yeah, he creaks open. You see his big orange fat tabby princess kind of comes up and just kind of purrs around your feet. He's like, "Oh, well, come on in, Waywocket. So good to see you. How's your morning going so far?"
You know, honestly, pretty lousy, I must say.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
How much spying have you been doing today?
Oh, I just woke up, fed princess, did my calisthenics, and
I was just visited by a very unpleasant man from the Farfanarkle Company.
Ooh.
And let me just show you this.
He looks at it and goes like, "Oh, yeah, this looks, yep." And
But here's the kicker. I didn't do this, and it had my signature on it. It looked perfect. I couldn't tell you why or how, but it's not me, Vincent. You gotta believe me.
well, all right. You see him like, "I'm going to start a file," as he pulls out kind of like a brown folder, lays it down, just gets out one sheet of paper and a quill and begins to write down. He's like, "All right, name Waywocket Sprocket, address Torllskull Manor, possible identity fraud situation." He's like, "All right, I'm going to be honest with you. You are not my first case like this.
Oh, really?
Identity fraud and theft happens, but there's also the flip side of this may have been you. You may have been coerced and then had your memory wiped. You may have been charmed and then had your memory wiped. You have no memory whatsoever. If you think real hard,
I'm thinking real hard here. No.
can you think a little harder? It's important that you do."
I'll search through like the deep recesses of my own mind.
You don't need to roll for
Okay,
it.
yeah, no. yeah. Breathe in, mantra, squirrels, rabbits, the breeze in the wind. No, it's not there. Not there.
He does it. He kind of like holds his hand out, kind of does an Arcana check on you. He says, "Well, I don't detect any magics around your mind or your brain, but that doesn't mean they're not there. They could be hidden. Like, people who do mind magic hide their work quite well if they're very skilled. So we have to be open to all possibilities, because if you don't know what happened, then we are starting from nothing, and every avenue is a possibility. Are you ready to go down those avenues wherever they may lead?"
Yeah, but I got like a work thing.
A work thing?
I got like maybe a work travel trip coming up. It's for Amalica and Yozef.
Okay, so
Don't put this on me.
it's like, yeah, so you're going to be out of town for a bit. You don't really lead off an investigation with this type of thing and then get at it. It makes you look real bad.
Yeah, I know. I am aware of that, which is why I'm keeping you on the case while I go.
Oh, I know. I can help out, but if you're accused of owing someone money, leaving town right after being accused of owing them money does not look good.
I agree. But I can't stay here. But I could. But then I'm going to have to... Can we make two of me?
I mean, can you do we have... There is the clone spell. No, that's not a...
Yeah, that's not a good look.
We can do the Simicarolum spell.
It also seems like also a bad look.
Yeah, there's no real good looks to this. I'm just gonna put it right out there.
Well, how long do you think it'll... Actually, you have no idea,
I have
do
no
you?
idea. This is literally minute one of this.
Well, let's see if we can solve it in the next 24 hours.
Oh, that's asking a lot, Waywocket.
I know.
I'm good, but even I know my limitations.
Well, you never know. Maybe it'll be real easy. Just like a...
So a gnome who's very good at forging signatures.
Yeah, maybe he's just a really lousy...
Comes in with his own forged signature. Possibly. Maybe he did it himself. I don't know. Where have you been the past couple of years?
Well, before this, prison, but...
I mean, well, there's a start right there.
Yeah, how much do you know about my backstory?
I know you've been to prison.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Well, we didn't... I chose not to... I don't like to delve into the depths of my friends. I find that to be a rude thing to do. If you have something you wish to share, that should be of your own volition.
All right, well, here, let's do a quick biography, and then you can go maybe do some roleplay with these guys while I tell Vincent a whole bunch of backstory.
Let us jump to...
Oh, are we cutting back?
Yeah, let's jump to Yozef.
We're back.
You've got a to-do list of things to buy.
Aren't I waiting for the other guys, though, to come before I buy things?
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
I think we were given separate lists to
work
fulfill.
Gonna split the party in water.
Waywocket was like,
I gave gave us 3 lists of, like, provisions that we'll need. So, like, yours maybe has, like, get new rope by climbing pythons.
Climbing pythons?
in retrospect,
I can
why
fly
did you
now.
leave? Give him an, like...
I don't know. I'm just, these are the kinds of things. Maybe this is blankets for him.
I threw out my to-do list, whatever it was. I want to go down in the basement with Harko, where I assume he's like, doing his blood magic-y thing or whatever.
Yeah, you come down and you see that there's kind of like this circle of runes and sigils. They've got like the triangles and the pentagrams and circles, and he's kind of sitting there like cross-legged with both his hands out, and there's like this perfect sphere of blood that's just floating there, and you kind of hear like that ominous like womp 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 womp.
Harko, my friend.
He's like, Yozef, my friend, how you doing?
I've no time for further training. We are about to depart on a treacherous mission to the island of the holy absence of the Poo Bash Aboo.
Oh, you're going home. Okay.
Going home.
How do you feel about that?
I wish we'd had more time. I've been enjoying our blood magic get-togethers. I feel like we're getting somewhere. I feel like progress is too slow, as I often say.
See, I've been thinking about this and why it's not taken yet. And I think there's... If at some point you got time in the future, I'd like to do just, like a once-over check just to like... It feels like there's something kind of like gumming up the works in there. Magically, there's something just like, there's like a plug or something.
Right. I feel blocked. And when Amalica's mom scanned me, there was some sort of a shield over my memory. Something is keeping me from the truth about myself.
Ooh.
Do we have any rituals for that? Do we have any, you want to quickly douse me in blood and
Well, I can douse you in blood regardless, but I don't have a ritual for that.
I love it. But, it's... What can we do? I mean, I've got only about a day left before we depart. Let's try something.
I was like, all right, ignore the runes, and you actually see him kind of break concentration, and that sphere of blood like kind of drops into a bowl, like bloop.
No.
He's like, all right, just take a lay down here. Like the circle isn't going to be involved in this process. I just need to just give you like a magical once over of just like what's going on in there.
Fair enough. Although you should know, people have been talking about the amount of blood that's collecting down here.
Well, I mean, yeah, it puts up a smell. I like to say like, oh, that's where we keep all the butchered meat.
That's how you know it's fresh.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to hold up, but for now, it's working great.
Those fools believe whatever I say. Anyway, let's do it.
It's like, all right, so he asks you to lie down, close your eyes, and like take like a deep breath in. And he does an Arcana check on you. Ooh, with a natural 14. He says, okay, yep. I definitely, so I feel like you have this ability to like pull in magic, and something happens in there, and it's like how coffees have like a filter system on them. It feels like something's filtering your magic. Like you pull it in, and your body does something with it. Something happens on the inside, and when it comes out, it's not the same thing anymore.
Is it part of me, or did someone put it there?
That I don't know. But that's what I can feel with my skills. You'd probably have to find someone more skilled than I am.
Harko, I'll level with you. I talk a good game.
You talk a great game. Don't sell yourself short.
But these warlocks on the Holy Isle, I mean, they're not jokers. They are so much more powerful than me. And I'm going to possibly get in a conflict with them, hopefully overthrow them, hopefully drain their power and use it for myself, as you do, right?
Well, if it's got any connection to blood magic, maybe it's a distance thing, because maybe like whatever the source of their power is on the island, and the further away you are, the weaker you are, and those who stay on the island, maybe they get stronger.
They are keen on a volcano, which may or may not have some sort of magical artifact hidden within.
Come on. That's just like right there in front of you.
Yeah, is that how it goes?
Sometimes magic can literally be anything you want it to be. It's making reality your own. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. If warlocks on the island are powerful and like you're as powerful as they are, but further away, logic says maybe the island, something on the island is the source of your power. That's just like a Harko theory. Again, just a wizard, just a blood wizard. I know some magic. I know some weird magic that's not liked, and I'm not conventional. He does like the air quotes.
Harko, you're not just a blood wizard. You're a blood friend.
You're a blood friend too, Yozef.
All right, well.
But just remember, if you're going to that island and everyone's powerful there, you may become more powerful while you're there, but there may be people who know how to use that power better than you do. I just say be careful. I appreciate you. I think about you. I just want you to be safe.
Thank you, Harko. Whatever happens will happen. I think that's a good end of my scene.
Yeah, okay, sure.
What are some of the other characters doing?
Amalica.
Doodling. Amalica's just kind of looking at her list, and
It's a bright, beautiful spring day in Waterdeep.
Yeah, she's got her sunglasses on now that those are newly acquired and working great.
And you've got kind of like that bell and Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, oh, hello, Amalica. Like, how's it going? Like, you see like people like greeting you on the street. And...
She's just kind of like confused about it. Like, it's like definitely not a returning bell moment from Beauty. She's just kind of just like,
bonjour,
hey.
bonjour, hello.
Like kind of waving back, but like has her brow furrowed. Like nobody wanted anything to do with her before.
There goes
she was
that
part
girl
of like
with the brow furrowed down the street.
She's just kind of like confused. So she's just kind of like putting a hand up in a half wave to kind of be polite, but like doesn't exactly look pleasant in the process. Just kind of, what do you want? So she looks down at her list and sees, I don't know, tents, I guess. Mm-hmm. Cool. And is just trying to figure out where you would even kind of get all of that. Because again, she just stole and kind of took everything before. So
you got the trade ward for sure will have all the stuff you need.
So she heads in that direction and heads into a shop. Yeah.
So as you head down to the trade ward, it's full of people. Again, Waterdeep is where the world comes to live. There's very like elves, dwarves, orcs, minotaurs, kobolds, goblins. No, like it's a New York City
a smorgasbord.
Yeah, there's everybody here. The street vendors out selling their food, and you get like kind of like that fried meat smell as you come in. And yeah, you can easily find like an outrigger shop. We'll call it Garrod's Outrigger Shop for adventuring supplies. And you notice it's actually spring is when a lot of adventurers start up again and go hit the dungeons and go hit things. So it's not full, but there's it's got a bustle in there.
So Amalica kind of like wanders up just directly to the cash. She doesn't want to shop around and just kind of looks for somebody to help. And
you see like a burly dude, kind of like big, like forearms and a chest, like he's been lifting boxes his entire life. Kind of like an apron and a work shirt on. He's like, oh my gosh, Amalica! Like I can't believe you come into my store. Are you planning an adventure already?
I don't want to be rude, but do I know you?
Oh, I apologize. I was presumptuous of me. I've heard it. I've clearly heard the stories and the fight at the fight at the tomb and fighting off Manchu and saving Waterdeep but and also all the money you discovered. It's an honor to have you in my story.
I'm sure it is.
What can I do to help you out, though?
Well, now that you know I'm rich, I guess this makes this more fun. I need I have a to-do list. We are getting ready to go on an adventure.
Is this like undercover? Do I need to keep this quiet? Or?
I mean, I'd prefer if you didn't say anything. I mean, I'm not going to give you any more details. That's all you really need to know.
Well, you'll probably have to give me some details.
I mean, I'm going to give you a list because that's the level of acquaintanceship that we currently have.
It's like, well, hit me up. I'll...
Perfect. So full disclosure, and again, she kind of like gets a serious face on. Like, I know you've already prefaced this by knowing that I'm rich, but you are not taking advantage of us. No, I need these items.
Just having you in the store is advertising enough.
Perfect. Wonderful. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, I caught some shit like going down before I left, and like, we may need to petty pinch. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. So, but let's just make sure that we're cost efficient here.
Absolutely.
Good items, good price.
So let me see your list and we tell you what I can help you out.
And she just like,
yeah,
hands it over to him. Like,
he takes it and he's like, oh,
good sound effect, by the way.
Yeah. This is all over the place. Like, is there anywhere specific you're going? Like Arctic, tropics, desert, ocean. Like, because adventuring is all about weight management, like what you carry in, what you carry out. And this kind of looks like it's very generic. I don't.
It's not like we're going to like a volcano or anything, because that'd be nuts.
Oh, a volcano, great. Yeah, like Rocky Mountain volcano range, tropical island volcano range.
Wow, there's just find me a tent.
Tents we can do. I can even get you some ash-proof tents as well.
Yep. Okay.
They're not gonna stop a lava flow, but if ash happens to drop on you in the middle of the night, they'll keep you protected.
Perfect. That'd be great.
How many tents do you need?
We need three. I was like thinking about if there's other people coming with us, but I think we just need 3. That'd be great.
Do you want like pup tents?
We need what?
Pup tents, like little single person tents, or you want like a livable tent, or?
I think we can just do like individual tents, like we're all pretty
single serve tents. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't want to share a tent with Yozef.
He begins to look at like he's almost got these cubby holes, and he pulls out these 3 long poles of like cloth and fabric wrapped around him. He's like, 3 ash-proof tents. There you go.
Great. Perfect. I don't know what else is on this list, but just throw in some camping supplies. Whatever's on here.
We got dry rations, water stuff.
Great.
Do you have a cleric or a druid who can purify water for you? Do you need just purify water tablets on your own?
That would be great too. Yeah, like just stock us up.
Yeah.
You know what? I just said, don't rip us off. And here I am.
He's like upselling them.
Yeah, I'm not even like, just.
Now you're going to volcanic. You may need some like antitoxins because you get a lot of toxic gases on your volcanoes.
Sure, of course my mom would send me to a place like this. Perfect, great. Yep, cool. I'm sending her a bill for all this. She is getting invoice.
Come on. You're also telling the shopkeeper so much.
I'm muttering that to myself. I'm muttering it to myself. I'm saying it out loud so that people can hear my thoughts.
He gets you like the general supply of like volcano camping, like water prep stuff, food prep stuff, and then like fire resistant type of like gear and stuff like that. It seems like it'll cost you maybe like 2 gold worth of stuff. Like it's not
perfect.
It's not fancy. It's like, but it'll do the job.
Great. And I mean, obviously we'll pack this more efficiently when we're ready to go, but do you think you could have most of this just delivered to Torllskull and
no problem. Now we can't offer a 15% discount if we get to put our logo on the gear.
Sure.
Done.
I don't see any problem with that currently, but who knows?
It feels important. Plot-wise.
I'm excited to see how it blows up in our face.
Yeah.
How could this possibly go
Just
wrong?
one last thing,
.com.
madam.
Just one more thing.
You're right.
Let's jump to Waywocket and Vincent Trench after finishing off a colorful history of.
Yeah, he now knows everything I've ever written about myself. And that's when we got breakfast this morning.
Like, that is I'm doing the vendor, like, that is a complicated and long-winded.
Yeah, I know. It's very weird. There's so many bizarre details that, it's how life works out. Who knew that me and Alvin would be the part that would solve the case that would get us both exonerated? So this isn't the first time I've been set up. That's what I'm saying,
So you've got a pattern, right down pattern of being set up.
Yes, exactly. And so
you're more of a victim in all of this.
Exactly. And that is why I'm thinking my number one suspect is that crooked merchant that got me sent to the clink last time.
Okay, and his name again?
I actually do not know if I've ever made up that guy's name.
No.
Hold on, let me.
It can remain unknown if you wish.
I don't have.
I don't think you gave me a name for him though. From what I remember of your backstory.
Yeah, I also don't remember, but I guess he like
Melvin Schmerkel.
I knew him as Carl Stormmanner.
So many Carls.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's another Carl in our game. I know him.
It's like when all those kids were named Carl.
Yeah,
That's a big year for Carl's.
I can make it a different name if you want. All right,
Let's do a different name.
Yeah, his name is Steve.
Steve Storminer.
Makes the embroidery on his handkerchiefs really fancy. Oh god, no, it's SS.
Well, he is a bad guy.
Tough luck, Steve.
With everything else I know about him, that was maybe not his real name.
Okay, so possible fake identity. I'm actually doing notes as Vincent Trench.
Yeah.
Identity. All right. So I'll get this started. I say you've got two options. Either make a big show that you have to leave town. Big show. Or make it look like you've never left at all and kind of keep an illusion up that you're still here. Like, oh, I've been sick, I need some sleep, or you gotta go one or the other on the extreme on this one.
All right, I'll keep that.
What could possibly go wrong with that?
I'll keep that under advisement. How do you rank faking my own death?
Well, it solves the money problem for sure. They're not going to collect off of a dead man.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But then you gotta still be alive and live your life, and if they find that out, that's fraud.
Yes, unless I didn't say that I died. Yeah,
but how do you fake your own death if you get? I think you're putting too many layers onto this.
I think so too.
Listen, Vince. I also, as a trusted advisor who's had to investigate people who fake their own death, it's really easy to find out.
Yeah.
Because there's this thing called the divination spell.
Right. Also, scrying, locate person.
All those things. And worst comes to worst, if they find you dead, they may just resurrect you.
Actually, that's a great point. They think that I was dead this whole time. Why didn't they use a locate person on me? See, this whole story makes less and less sense the more you say it out loud.
Well, they say the devil's in the details. If you can get a copy of that contract, that's going to have all the details.
Well, they're saying that they're beginning a litigation process, so I guess I'll have to maybe wait till some of that comes to me.
You see an immediate grimace crawl across Vincent Trench's like, Waterdeep litigation is the blurst.
Hey, I don't get like a copy of like the charges or like the documents?
You do, and maybe checks his watch. That's non-existent because they don't have watches in this time. He's like, maybe
they didn't have watches.
He checks his sundial.
There's this magic, like, what time
small
is it?
Animal that lives on his wrist. reports the time.
It's just the tattoo that clicks around.
Oh my god,
magically.
just like the Flintstones style.
He's like maybe 8 months to a year. Justice moves very slowly in Waterdeep.
Oh, so like I have like a whole year of my freedom to figure this out?
Yeah. Yes.
That seems not so bad then. I'll be back way before a year is up. Unless I die.
But you left after you found out. It's the optics of it all.
Yeah.
The court of public opinion is very harsh in Waterdeep. And you've got a lot of goodwill, but I feel this would burn through a good chunk of it.
That's true. And I do trade on my name, of course. All right, well, do you have enough there to get started?
I do. Again, follow my recommendations. Either go one or the other on the extreme of, we're leaving town for this super important reason. Like, I would stay if I had to go. Or just make it look like you've never left.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you'll find out one way or the other.
All right, just keep me. You see him pull that. He pulls out 3 scrolls of sending. Like, just it seems important. Keep a hold of these. These are communicate with me only sending scrolls.
Oh, cool. All right. 3 scrolls.
I think you also have like a ton of other.
I have 2 other sending scrolls.
This feels like it's about to be like Mrs. Doubtfire D&D edition. Like,
he actually just like does like alter self, but has like cream pie on his face. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I can also just send you a quick message if I'm across the street.
Perfect. All right, so I will get started on this. I will keep you up to date. And good luck. Watch out for Farfanarkle. When they come, if they send like a collector after you, then they're like dogs on a bone. They don't give up.
When you say collected, you mean like a mercenary to come kill me?
Not mercenaries, trained people who are specialized in getting their money back and then making sure you remember and feel the pain of not giving their money back.
Ha, gotcha.
I'm not here, but what about that person in the Underdeep that totally thought that you were somebody else?
I imagine I included that
Yeah.
detail. I was like,
Cool.
I gave him a very detailed account of my entire life. It took like 3 hours, I bet.
All right, do you guys want to hit? We're at the hour mark. Do you want to have a break because you're all out shopping and doing your own things?
Break time.
Yeah, quick.
And we'll come back in a little bit. So before we jump back into the rest of the episode, we have 2 big things to talk about. First of all, what is going to happen with all this coronavirus, COVID-19 stuff happening? So we are trying to figure that out right now. We are probably, after episode 6, we are going to take an extended break, kind of like a mid-season break, if you will. We have a couple of episodes of the Brightwood Academy DM'd by Miles that we can play in the interlude, but we are working on recording and making it all sound nice from our own homes. And we may jump into the idea of live streaming the game. It wouldn't be a true live stream. It would be a recording of the episodes that we played, just so if we run into any technical difficulties, we can edit it out and just smooth it on over. So that's what's going to happen. So after episode 6, so in 2 more weeks, we're going to take a mini mid-season break so we can record a whole bunch of more episodes and just get things tightened up and get things smoothed over with the technical stuff we got to relearn and get ready for. And maybe, just maybe, we'll jump into streaming and putting episodes up on Twitch. So stay tuned to the Diecast Twitter for information like that, or to the website, and we will let you know what's going on. The second is, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I was part of an awesome anthology, the Unbridled Anthology, all about hags and unicorns and hags riding unicorns. Oliver Clegg assembled an amazing roster of talent of writers and editors and artists and put together something insanely beautiful. It can be beautiful and it can be insane and it can be both at the same time. But if you are interested in it, we are going to have a contest. We will announce contest rules and details next week. But if you wish to own a copy of Unbridled, stay tuned to the Diecast podcast and you have a good chance of winning one. So it's a lot of fun. It was all the ventures in there are amazing and funny and hilarious and just off the charts. It's a great slice of D&D created content. you'll enjoy it. I hope you have a ton of fun with it. So stay tuned to the contents details as they come up. And I guess that is it for now. We'll jump right back into the episode. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. You can follow us on any app that plays the podcast. And please, please, please subscribe and follow. And the biggest thing that helps out is leave a rating and review. That does so much for us. It does so much for every podcast. We really appreciate it if you do that. And of course, share it with a friend. It's everyone's staying inside right now. If you need something to do, you need some hilarious stories, maybe recommend a D&D podcast. It doesn't have to be this one. It could be a ton of other great D&D podcasts out there, but this is the time to start exploring, expanding your own horizons in the world of podcasting. You can join us on our Discord. We have yeah or nah questions, and we'll have various other announcements and stuff like that. And of course, on our own YouTube channel, we can catch up on any episode while you're just chilling at work or chilling at home or do whatever. And I think that's it. Let's jump right back in the episode. I will see you next week. Please, everybody, stay safe, stay isolated, and check on your friends and family. Wash your hands. We're all hoping the best for everybody. We love you all. Please stay safe. I guess that's it. We will see you next week. Have a good one.
For 6 hours.
We are back from the break, and Eagle-Eyed Steph has caught our technical snafu where we were talking for about 6 minutes and adventuring and whatnot. We just essentially everyone came back together. It was meeting at Torllskull Manor.
So I married my own clone, and the other 2 are dead. Let's proceed, shall we?
One of them is secretly Manchun.
Morning, honey.
So apologies for that, but I guess that was just pretty much all we... it was just Waywocket and Amalica having a conversation.
Recapping.
Yeah, I apologize to Amalica for being short with her earlier. I bullied the other gnome for a second. Those jokes are probably not worth going back for.
Some more C-word references.
So Vincent's big legal advice to me was that either I should fake that I'm still here, business as usual, doing my regular daily routine.
Okay.
And the three of us all of us would be faking our regular daily routine. So we would probably need a Yozef impersonator, an Amalica impersonator.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see any flaws with this so far.
Yeah, my illusions are not good enough to do 3 of us at the same time indefinitely. Just putting that out there.
Certainly not.
Or we make a big show that we're going on the road, taking on a new gig, and that we'll be back.
We're going somewhere
long.
hot for a vacation.
Funny you should say that, because I was just about to make a big show of going on the road.
Interesting.
So this impersonator plan, I don't see it. I think we have a poor track record of illusions.
Hey,
no
now.
offense.
Yeah,
no offense.
a little offense.
No offense.
A lot of offense, I think he means.
What are the odds we could have sustained an illusion so long? How could anyone replicate these dulcet tones?
You see actually Harko pop his head and like, I could probably help with that if you need that. It's not a permanent solution, but it's a solution.
Hear me out. I think that I've developed a wonderful plan that will possibly get all of these C words, as you say, out of our hair, onto a new place.
That still sounds worse.
While consolidating a base of power and giving us an island fortress in the process.
Oh, no.
So here's what I'm saying.
Well, are we upgrading?
We are upgrading.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to tell those people that the truth. Tell them the truth. We're heading back to the Isle of the Holy Absence of the Poo Bash Aboo. And once we're done, we'll be opening up a 5-star resort timeshare condo situation.
So there's a pyramid scheme now.
Well, it'll be a pyramid scheme in the fact that we'll build actual pyramids to our honor.
Oh,
Yeah,
We'll
pyramids.
sort out this issue with your mom. We'll sort out this issue of my powers. I mean, nothing's going to clear your name, like your name in the headlines as a hero again. You know, our reps are going a little stale. We're getting a bit flabby around here.
And there's like so many ghosts on the island, they can build the pyramids for us.
Exactly.
So you want to put your followers on an ark and sail it to the island, the Poo Bash.
I'm just a savior guiding my people to a new land.
Savior.
That's actually far less humble than what I just said.
Exactly. I mean, you just make it sound so small. Like we're going to go to an island, we're going to steal some junk. This is it. This is the new evolution of the Torllskull Trio.
Okay. Well, I'm not really for any of this plan to begin with, like going to the island at all, doing anything for my mom. So, I don't know. Just, Waywocket, your thoughts?
Amalica, you're thinking about this all wrong.
Probably.
I mean, once you get your hot little hands on that magical artifact, what are you going to do about it? I mean, I know that I was a bit of a kiss ass to your mom down here. Frankly, I feel like I had to really step in and smooth over those business deals. I mean, usually you guys are negotiating and I'm fucking it up, but I really felt like we flipped there. Anyway, once we've got it, we don't have to give it to her. And especially once we've got, you know, between 300 and 500 defending an island stronghold, you know,
So he's creating a militia now.
we're creating a militia now.
Oh,
and it's
boy.
not a militia, it's a family.
Yeah,
So what's our part in this C word?
think of it as like a movement militia. A movement.
So, out of character, I think that's actually a really fun thing. I want to do it in character. A Waywocket, like, so what? What do you just? You know, I'm not saying no. What
That's a yes.
when we
Waywocket.
if we get to the island of the Poo Bash and it's just the three of us, what will these all-powerful warlocks do? Do you think? What will our reception be?
Well, I mean,
They're going to want to know if you've accomplished your mission.
so I did. I mean,
So you're going to give them the money.
I gotta say, I haven't actually been taking their calls or responding, but you know, they don't know. They don't know anything.
So do they
Plus,
think you're dead?
I mean, they might think I'm dead. I mean, they might think I'm still trying to scrounge up like 1,000 dragons. Like,
So you don't think any news has gotten back to the Poo Bash Aboo in 3 months that like a famous follower of the Poo Bash who constantly talks about it, like is a famous figure in the biggest city on the South Coast.
I mean, when I lived on that island, I didn't know anything of what was going on in the city or who
thought you were
was
gonna leave it at
famous or
that.
who was not famous.
Sure.
And you know, I mean, they only sent me to get 1,000 dragons, people. Like, you know, we've got the funds to smooth this over.
I gotta say that 1,000 dragons is more money than most beings will see in their entire lives.
You know,
Like, we're the 1% here, Yozef.
all the more reason we'll be welcomed with open arms. And, you know,
So that's actually the answer to my question. You think that they will welcome us with open arms?
Exactly. And
Okay.
I mean...
Okay. And then...
I'm not talking a full frontal assault here. I mean, we
Wait, you
come
just
home...
went from bribery to like full frontal assault. What?
Well, exactly. Bribery first.
Okay.
Full frontal assault second. We arrive on the island. Hey, I'm back. You know, welcome, brotherhood.
Look how famous we are. Check
Denzians
out-
of the army.
Distraction.
We're famous now. We brought
Super
a
famous.
pirate princess and this guy.
I can be a battle bunt cake.
Oh, he'll be a bunt cake. You know, we'll have a whole... I mean, there isn't so much a welcome brunch on the island, but we can sort of bring it as a custom. Drop 3,000 dragons at their feet. They've never seen so much
Just
money.
say 1,000 dragons?
No, that's it. There was like, well, you sent me for 1,000 dragons, but guess what?
Overachieve.
Ching,
Overachieve.
ching, ching.
So, but why would we want to give...
You gotta impress them,
Waywocket
lower
is
their
just-
defenses when they're impressed, and then you stab them in the neck.
See, how is he getting this plan? He lives in our basement.
Oh, this is Carl.
Oh, it's Carl.
There's so many like,
Carl's
voices.
on board. Carl's on board.
So, but actually, sorry, let me just finish the second part
always
of my
on board.
question, Yozef, before you tell another story. The second part of my question is, how do you think the warlocks will act if we show up on a boat full of your new followers?
No. The new followers come later.
Oh.
That's the beauty of the
That's
plan.
the beach assault.
Listen, I'll give a speech. Don't worry, I'm going away. I'm going to go set up this like beautiful new place for you. We post some laddering packages, visit the island of paradise. Oh no, the island of tomorrow for a day, visit for a week.
That the name of a movie?
Get the the island of tomorrow? Yeah, that sounds like a pretty plausible movie.
Like a 1960s sci-fi.
Visit the Quantum of Solace for the day. No.
Stars Nicolas Cage.
Visit for a day, visit for a week, reasonable rates for life in paradise.
Join this organization.
We gain the trust of the warlocks, gain access to the volcano, get our hot little hands on that magical artifact. I drain it of its power. Amalica uses it as a bargaining chip against her evil pirate family. We take
just
over
jump
the
to
island.
evil very quickly.
The warlocks get in line, or they die, or we don't see them again, or they die, or whatever. And then,
I like
Winter
it.
Shield party.
It sounds like a solid
Tropical
plan.
Winter Shield.
Tropical waves. What's the best part about Winter Shield? The party. What's the worst part about Winter Shield? The winter. Imagine having the Winter Shield party in the tropics.
Carl, get out.
Plus, once those cultists, and when I say cultists, I mean actual cultists, dirty, broken people with nothing to lose, learn that there's a possibility that they can have a party where none of them die, and actually maybe they, make a bit of personal progress.
Boss.
What have you got, Carl?
You got to say the C word now, man.
Well, of course.
You said cultists earlier, though.
No. They're a cult. They're an evil cult. We must destroy them.
I'm sorry. I got confused. I thought we were saying C.
No. We're talking about the island
Dirty people. Gotcha.
The dirty people on the island.
Gotcha.
They need our help. They need our salvation. So that's my plan. Go to the island, infiltrate the Brotherhood, get inside that volcano, overthrow the Brotherhood, liberate the cults, open up a 5-star resort.
Boom. Sounds like a plan.
It writes itself.
Yeah, story's already over. I'm like, we should just be celebrating at this point.
Carl,
And then,
That's how I
at the
know this.
end, your mother comes to your fortified stronghold, and you're the one being like, I'll answer your questions when I feel like it. I'll give you magical art attacks when I feel like it.
Well, now I just feel like you're pandering and I like it, but
I can get behind 85% of this plan, so
yeah,
let's go
I'm
for
just like,
it.
That's better than we usually have.
So...
are we ready for that journey? How did your list go today?
My what?
The list.
The shopping list I gave you this morning before the gnome came in.
Well, I wrote my speech.
On the list, didn't you?
I made a desperate last attempt to learn a dark ritual to fast track all this.
So you didn't get the star charts
The what now?
on the list?
See, no, I'm the decisionist. I decide.
Did you decide to just not do it then? Then how are we going to get
I
there?
think that was my decision.
Okay.
Yes.
But then how are we going to get there?
Magic boats.
But magic requires
Magic
the
bolts.
star charts.
All right, look, I was wrong to trust him with this.
Fair.
We now know that.
Lesson learned.
All right, but I did get you a few things. Here are bags of holding. Bags of holding can hold up to, I think it's like 100 pounds of stuff.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think it's like 100.
Maybe 500 pounds of stuff.
I want to say it's like 1,000 cubic feet of
Oh my god, that would be so amazing. In real life, wouldn't it?
some things to know. It doesn't have breathable air in there, so you can't like.
Actually, it has enough breathable air
minutes.
for something like 10 minutes of breathable.
So you can't put like a dog in it or stuff.
Yeah, well,
Still,
not
think
for
of all the board games we could just carry around. You know? Like that sounds great.
Also, be careful when doing things with like other pocket dimensions because they don't react well.
But you can teleport while wearing one.
You can teleport, but it's like don't go into a pocket dimension, and don't put a portable hole inside it, or vice versa. Because then
Confused.
Yeah, just don't. I'll try to keep an eye out for you. Yeah, don't just keep an eye out for other dimensions. You know what? If I see one, I'll say something.
Because I know I gave you approval for this, but just kind of clued in, like, oh yeah, we've got a history on this podcast of like transdimensional stuff happening, just going kabam, and now we're gonna break reality.
Yeah, it's but you can hold things in it, and then you can pull them out with an action essentially.
Cool.
So that's where we'll put our tents, for example. Our climbing gear will go in them.
Yeah, the things that I picked up on too.
I got some reinforced leather armor for you there, Yozef.
Ooh,
So your AC goes up by 1.
nice.
And my AC will also go up by 1. I got us both. It's like a matching set of reinforced leather armor. Amalica, I don't know what I can get you that would increase your AC. It has to be a light. Actually, she has no armor proficiency, so it has to be a robe of some kind.
Robe proficiency.
So like a.
I don't know why I'm nodding like I know anything that's happening right now, but yeah. Good.
Think of it as your classic like video game, like the wizard wears no armor type of stuff.
I wear what I want in video games.
So I don't know if like a
And
robe.
it's robes.
No, a robe counts like just like regular stuff.
Yeah, but if a robe of protection would be a thing I could have acquired, or no?
I don't
'Cause it's
think
magical.
I don't think one exists. Like that just says like a pure AC bonus.
I think actually a robe of protection is even better than that. 'Cause I think a robe of protection is +1 AC and all of your saving throws.
I'll check my
Your
DMGs.
your Darmdur.
Dumbledores. I'll do that after.
Yeah, we can do that after. But we can make that change later. Yeah, it's a thing that most adventurers have. It's, a bag of holding. You'll never forget your first.
Perfect.
That's all I got you. And then other sort of
Basic food and supplies. And
but specifically also like climbing gear for intermountain stuff.
So it is. I'll say it's like 2 PM. Is you can if you get star charts, you can go now if you wish.
So I guess actually my question is, what's the big show we're making here? That we're heading away and coming back?
You know, I don't. I feel like I sort of perform better improv. I mean, it's about what time is it now?
I mean,
2 o'clock.
why not have his cultists put together a pamphlet?
They do a mean pamphlet. It's nice. I enjoy it.
So I don't really know who's making the pamphlet, but you know, it's 2. We're catching the end of the brunch rush. I do think they're having some sort of like ode to Yozef poetry reading thing going on there. I mean, you know, I appreciate it.
Oh, and don't forget, you've technically shut down the manor for the day. Inventory day for Alvin.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about inventory day for Alvin. Okay, scratch what I said about that thing. It's not true.
Just like a
Poor
big
Alvin.
canceled stamp on the front.
I mean, let's just check. Let's just check and see. It might be time for an old-fashioned town square announcement. So as I look out the window, I'm kind of looking around for just kind of like the real diehards who, like, when we close the manor, they're just sort of like hanging around, like waiting for something
They
to
are
do.
out there en masse.
How many have I got there?
I'll say the bar can take maybe 60, 75. You've probably got about 90 people out there.
Wow. It's amazing.
You did amazing performance and checks in your.
It's true. I did roll really high in those times. While they're out there and I'm just noticing them, I'm going to, recalling what Harko said to me, I'm going to stick my hand out and see if I can feel just sort of like a flow of energy, like from there, for like trying to use them as sort of like a source.
Mm-hmm. You stick your hand out and you try and concentrate to try and like connect with their personal energy and trying to draw it out, but you don't see any of those squiggly symbols on anybody, and you just don't. It feels like nothing. You can't. It feels there's nothing there to pull.
So useless. How can you live without power? Can you live without? Why don't you just fucking die if you don't have any fucking power? All right, everyone.
Star charts?
Announcement. Star charts. We go, right?
I think actually let's maybe do that in the other order. Get the star charts. You don't want to say bye, then be like, we got to get one more thing, and then we're leaving.
So these star charts, can we do sort of like a whoosh? Can we do like a teleport effect? Is it like, here we go? And like, maybe a bit of fireworks?
Yeah, well, the fireplace is just going to poof out of existence and will no longer be on the side of the building.
All right. Let's go grab some star charts.
So we requisition those from home office, or do we
You can do it by home office. You can go down the docks and talk to pretty much any sailor probably more piratey who'd know about the island of the Poo Bash Aboo than anyone else.
Let's go down to that trade ward. Or the dock ward, rather.
All right.
Why don't you want to do home office?
I mean, we could, but I just thought it'd be more fun to talk to a pirate.
Arr, arr. It is Waterdeep Harbor is full. You've never seen sea commerce like this before. It is full. That there's waiting lines of cargo and shipments coming in. And it looks like Waterdeep is only benefiting from this much trade. What you want to call trade, but knowing that they're pirates, it's probably...
considering how much money I made from this town, these courts just might let me off anyway.
I do like, this is side salad, but I do like how often you're just like, you've never seen a dragon this big before. You've like never seen it like,
It's true. We've never seen any of these things.
But it is bustling. Yeah. There's a lot of hardy sea folk down on the docks. There's a lot of side street gambling. There's a lot of public drinking and intoxication. It's probably the first time you've been through here, and even when there was a serial killer going about, that maybe this is not the safest of places to be.
Oh.
It's got a little rough.
Oh, geez. Wow.
And it looks like the city guard or the city watch is having a hard time keeping a cap on this and keeping it from spreading to the other wards.
Wow. Well, I guess this is difficulties.
Is what you wanted.
Difficulties that come with prosperity. Well, keep up the good work, officers. Okay, well, just keep an eye on your pockets. And
you do notice a lot of the inns and taverns have spread sawdust out in the front just to soak up the blood and various other fluids that...
All right. Just be vigilant.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's essentially you're just walking down the street and you hear someone like, "Hey, you, that's fun. All right." And then punches get thrown back and forth. You can make your way down to the docks. Again, a ton of ships down there. All of them have flags from across the Sword Coast that you've seen. Some of them, you don't even recognize the place that they're from, possibly made up to just give the cover of a piracy ship that's in tow.
That's just two hogs doing it.
In retrospect,
I'd like to see that island.
Have like worn disguises. If this gets back to Jarlaxle, is this not going to cause some problems?
It might just help us out. No, they like him, I think. Anyway, excuse me, good sir. Where could I buy a star chart?
You can buy it for me, little one.
Oh, yeah?
What do you need a star chart for?
Oh, just some traveling. I'm going to actually roll an insight on if I can buy a star chart from him. That insight's 21.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks, eye patch, ginger beard, kind of portly and overweight, and kind of like a hook hand. He's like definitely piratey. No parrot though.
Fair enough.
You get the feeling he's close to, like, he's probably just come off of his ship and looks like he knows his way around the sea. He's like, "Yep, I can supply you up."
Yeah, I mean,
you're that Waywocket fellow, aren't you?
I'm guilty as charged.
And you're that Amalica lady. And you're the The guy with all the people, the charismatic one.
Yeah, I'm the guy with all the people. That's who I am.
Oh, he's a cranky one, isn't he? Oh,
It's been a day.
Cultists tend to be that way.
oh, that's all the people then. The cultist.
Yeah.
I see the game you're getting at.
You've got these strangers saying the C word now. It's like a sickness with you.
Oh, is not, I'm sorry, I apologize. Was that not the polite thing to say? I tried to.
Absolutely not the
I
polite.
apologize.
I mean, tomato, potato is probably fine.
Tomato potato was a very polite thing to say.
Well, these friendly friends of Mr. Yozef here has been getting word around down here. Har.
Well, I hope it's a kind word and a jaunty tune in your heart.
But these are where you reading the star charts for.
Oh, I just love a chart to the stars.
Well, you see him kind of
Why
like,
didn't you just say?
he looks up towards the sky like, where
It's like saying you just like plane tickets. Like,
one plane ticket, please, from my collection.
He doesn't know why I need a star chart.
I like
Maybe he
pretending
does.
I've been to places.
Actually, here's how common is.
Star chart's very common.
Yeah.
You know, actually, now that I'm talking to this person, I realize that buying one from him is a terrible idea. Actually, you know what? I just remembered the oven is on. I gotta go.
But you need your star chart or not?
No, I don't. I actually realize I gotta get that oven, otherwise the whole man is gonna burn.
He's really forgetful.
I get the feeling you're not being honest with me, Bucko.
Oh, bye.
Just camper off.
What's your problem? That guy was going to sell us a star map or whatever.
And then tell Jalaxel exactly where we're going.
Which is what I was trying to say.
Well, I didn't hear you earlier, and I thought this would be a fun side adventure.
Definitely up to some no good Uncle Daddy.
All right, yeah, let's just call Acquisitions Inc. and get this squared away.
Are you using your documancy skills to...
Yeah, I'll send a letter back. Need one.
Oh yeah,
it's
I totally
almost...
forget what my actual skill is.
Oh, you're a lores person, so you can you've essentially got this magic jar that collects a whole bunch of
Jellies.
information and stuff like
Jellies.
that.
Did I write that down?
Jellies of other dimensions.
Okay.
Ooh, this one tastes like peanut butter.
Yeah, I'll figure that out later. It's fine.
Yeah. But it's almost, when you put in the requisition, it's almost like instantly coming back at you as you're still handing the paper in, as you get a star chart for the island of the Poo Bash Aboo.
Why didn't we just do this right away?
That was so fast. And look, there's the beach.
I didn't think it would be that fast, honestly.
Oh, that's the perk of being the documancer.
I see.
Oh, I thought you were going to say rich.
We just gotta see more of the city, stretch our legs. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah.
Look,
It's fine. It's fine.
I thought that would be a little quest.
Adventure.
Maybe we gotta fight a pirate. I don't know.
I
Steph,
mean, that still might happen.
Steph, can you roll me 1d8, please?
If I can remember what a D. Yep.
Because your whisper jars technically belonged to somebody else before you, so they leave one thing on it.
Oh no. 5.
5.
Don't forget.
This has a magical list of the top 7 places to eat fried rat skewers in every city you visit.
What?
So, like, when you show up in a new town, like, where's the best place to get fried rat skewers? It'll give you the top 7 places.
Lore 7 best places for rat skewers.
That's terrible. Why would you? Anyway,
It's not hers. It's just that's what was someone left on it before they handed it over.
still saying that. Okay, well, we're all set to go. Shall we make a big show of go?
Back at the manor.
Yes, of course. To the manor.
As you zip at the speed of plot to the manor.
So, as we're approaching the front door, I imagine us arriving there is causing a bit of a kerfuffle.
Yesterday was gone. Tomorrow is forever.
No.
Or sorry, tomorrow's ahead. Tomorrow is ahead. Sorry.
I'm writing this down
Yeah,
officially.
That's
All
a good
right.
idea.
Right at the top of my main character sheet.
I thought you were writing that on the storm drawing, and I'm like, I don't think that's your main character sheet.
That's actually my number 2 sheet. We picked up a bunch of Carls on the storm drawing.
I thought you were going to leave it at that's a bunch of Carls, and I was like, again, I think that's just storm.
If you ever needed a status of my short-term memory, it is non-existent. I'm essentially a goldfish.
Good thing you record everything you do.
Except for that one moment after the break.
Yeah, you'll never get that back.
That's gone forever.
We won't remember those sort of funny jokes.
So yeah, they're chanting the "Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is ahead."
All right, I gesture for silence.
Right, you could hear a pin drop.
Friends, family, it is time for the Torllskull Trio to embark on another quest, our next great adventure. Remember when I slew the wizard Manshoon?
You hear, the Manshoon Slayer!
Through that awesome party.
The Winter Shield Magician!
Well, we're about to embark on an adventure that will make our previous adventure seem like a pithy tale.
The crowd just blows up with cheering and celebration. Someone's got streamers and like confetti, little confetti guns. Somehow.
All right, hold your applause. Hold your applause.
Did you just carry that around with you?
Now, I know that you're asking yourself, how can I contribute to the success of our movement even further?
You immediately hear them asking themselves, like, how do I contribute to
How
this
do
success?
I contribute? What can I give?
Oh, boy.
For now, continue to patronize our fine establishment. Be kind and inviting to our other not so enthusiastic non-believer guests. I'm noticing a lot of those pamphlets, and I'm noticing a couple posters of our catchphrase, yesterday's gone, tomorrow's ahead. Yes,
Yesterday
that's right.
is gone, tomorrow is ahead.
Keep circulating. Because we three are embarking to take on the darkest, nastiest, evilest organization.
We'll leave it at that. Because we can't tell you anymore.
Oh, but we'll tell you this.
Will we?
We will infiltrate their dark stronghold. We will liberate their prisoners. We will bring new life to a dark and desolate place. And then we will convert said place into a Tres exclusive 5-star resort that you, our brotherhood, will partake in at reasonable rates available to you just inside the tavern. Book now. Our early bird believers will receive specialized treatment.
Early bread sounds like you're sacrificing Carl.
I'm okay with it.
Baguette, Carl.
Carl's down. Ask for more information at the bar. Rates are posted, and just do me one favor, folks. You may not see me for a while, but just because you can't see me doesn't mean you should stop believing in me.
Oh, boy.
So keep believing in us. Keep dreaming of us. And if you know any magical rituals or have any magical power that's any use to us at all, just keep putting it out there. Just keep trying to reach us. Because we'll be reaching you very soon. And then you'll be getting on a boat and visiting us at the Isle of Tomorrow.
There you go. Thank
Right?
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Waywocket got it. Amalica's a little slow as per usual.
I'm actually the smartest person here right now.
Yeah, that's Isle of Tomorrow. Inquire within. See you later. Good luck. Bless you.
The crowd erupts into an explosion of cheer and
Ah,
adulation.
I'm going to fire a couple of Eldritch Blasts in the air. And
You see, again, streamers and confetti little guns going off.
Yes!
Waywocket, from the window, you see Alvin just going like, what the fuck, man?
We'll tell you later.
Amalica just mouths, sorry.
He just kind of has his hands open and exasperated, like, what did you do?
Honestly, at the end of your speech there, I really thought you were going to start like just doing the lyrics to Journey. Like, don't stop believing. Like,
Don't stop. Yeah. I mean, it's that kind of Yeah. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard.
Street light people.
Wait, we better save this for later.
All right, you've made your way inside Torllskull Manor. Alvin looks perplexed. His face is just, his day off, relaxation day, just got infinitely worse at the idea of now he has to deal with like travel packages at the same time.
I want to point out that you made this monster.
Yeah, well, you gotta lean into it sometimes.
I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily bad in this particular instance of us doing the thing we set out to do in telling literally everybody that we're going out of town, but oh boy.
Just keep your eyes focused on the goal. Picture yourself holding that magical artifact, getting all the answers you need from your mom in your own pyramid.
I just fully feel that I'm not going to get those answers, but like, I'm here for you guys. And my new dog, which we really haven't talked about, but we'll come back to because I don't have a name
talked
for.
about that dog.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alvin is like, wait, what the hell, man? Like this?
Look, I gotta get out of town.
Yeah, that makes it worse. Adventure, like vacation package. I don't know anything.
Listen, just tell them that we're not doing that yet. He's pre-sold something that doesn't exist yet.
Have you seen those people? They're militant out there.
Of course it exists. I made a pamphlet about it.
No, you did not. You talked about making a pamphlet. That doesn't make a pamphlet that you made.
On the carriage ride on the way, I just whipped up a little business plan.
Waywocket, you don't know what it's like around these people.
I'm passing Alvin like a sheet of paper that's sort of like written in the sort of like a child's scrawl.
It's like they're gonna take this and they're gonna make it look amazing because someone out there has design skills and knows how to print.
I don't know who that is, but it's true. The calligraphy that I've been seeing, truly inspiring.
Wait a second. Good calligrapher, you say?
This is gonna fly, and people are, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this. They're gonna come in asking for vacation packages. What do I do?
Tell them that we're not selling them yet, and you'll put them on a waiting list.
Tell them that in order to qualify for the early bird special, for every drink they buy, it gets them a ticket for the lottery.
Ooh.
But what is this vacation stuff like?
I don't know. I'm trying to buy you time, Alvin.
Yeah, we don't know yet, Alvin. It's the high wire situation, and we're dealing with pirate queens, extorters, and C words.
Yeah, I know.
There's going to be plenty of C words flying around, Alvin. But don't worry. I mean, either it's going to be like last time, and we're going to,
last
deliver
time we
a
didn't
miracle.
have this, and he like motions to all the people like outside, like her face pressed up
Buddy,
against the window.
I
Yes,
am with
exactly.
you. I'm truly with you. This is like a not excellent. Like our brand is questionable.
We don't have a brand. Do you know?
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
talking to people.
yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
our brand
yeah.
is?
Cult.
We're the cult house that
Yeah.
people go hang
Mhm.
out with.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, we're known for the cults now.
Yeah,
We used-
Waywocket, like we really need
we
to
used to be
deal
known
with
for the
that when
winter
we get
shift.
back. Yeah, especially if somebody over here plans to move everybody to the island.
But here's the word: it's working. More and more people are coming because they want to see the cult. They go, "Oh, let's go touristy, like check out this place. What's this cult about?" And then they get pulled in. He's really good at this.
Alvin,
Yeah, well...
I'd just keep that part to yourself. For
Well, if this goes the way that Yozef wants it, the cult will be out of your hair, and he won't be here anymore.
So do I just like keep a list of people?
Yeah, just to keep a waiting list.
And tell them to believe. Tell them to, if they've got anything magical going on, tell them to just put it out there. Direct it towards me.
You are not contractually obligated to do any of that.
You see him locks eye contact with you, Yozef, and like the worst face of derision you could ever see on Sally. Just kind of flips open the clipboard, grabs his pencil, sticks it in the top, folds under his arm, still making eye contact with you, and just walks out of the room.
I like him.
You should. He does everything for you. All right.
Such a small man.
Well, I mean, do you think we should have like Harko and Hadar maybe just like help out with Alvin some more? Like, I mean, Harko's in the basement doing like some like, yeah. Do you think they're doing enough? Do you think Alvin's gonna be okay?
You know,
Or should we bring them with us?
I don't
we
think
could
that's a
use
good
a little
plan.
extra muscle.
No.
These
No.
warlocks
It's
aren't
just-
pushovers.
Anyway, no, Harko, Hadar, they're helping out Alvin. What I have found works the best for those two is them seeing a situation that needs doing, and then they will rise to the occasion.
Okay, well, maybe we should give them some focus tasks so that Alvin's not so overwhelmed. We'll work on that. We'll get
Sure.
that sorted. It'll be
Sure,
good.
Harko, Hadar,
Yeah.
come over here.
You see them both come like, yeah. Oh, hey.
Help Alvin the most, please.
Oh,
We're going away for a little bit.
Can you bring me like a souvenir?
We'll do our best. What do you want?
I don't know, just something like I like things from islands. Just like I used to travel around a lot on my boat. I just,
Like a seashell?
just something that says like like you were there, and then I can like just look at it and be like, oh, that's from that part of the world. Awesome,
We'll see what we can do. We can see what we can do. Maybe we'll get you a magical artifact or something.
cool. And you see Hargo, yeah. If you get up like a blood sample from someone from the
Oh,
island-
there's going to be plenty of blood samples,
Oh, there we
my
go.
friend.
Yeah, I'll put Yozef in charge of your souvenir.
like 5 or 6 files just to mess around with, and some just to keep for my own collection.
This adventure's already giving me so much trauma.
Like and hey, to be fair, I've turned over a new leaf. It doesn't have to be like a killing blow, people can give samples and stuff like that. People cut themselves shaving all the time.
Yeah, accurate. Okay, well,
But like a 5 or 6 files will that'd really do me a solid.
yeah. Yozef, you're in
Sounds
charge.
great.
You're in charge of that.
Sounds great.
Do you have the? You know what? You're in charge. All right. Any other last business?
Yeah.
To the fireplace, then.
Let's
All right.
do this thing.
You head over to the fireplace. You have all your your gear did show up, by the way. Sorry,
Yeah.
my apologies.
Nice.
Waywocket, it does all the tents have like this giant Garrod's outrigging adventuring logo
What?
everywhere.
I'm sorry. He was like, oh, we're going to put a little logo on it. Okay, he might have said little. But like,
You know
he
what?
gave us a discount. I don't know. It's going to be on a volcano. Who's going to see it?
No, you're right.
Our new followers are going to see it.
And they don't know who or what this is. What do they care?
Exactly. They need to get us affiliated with our brand.
I
This
just
is
said,
gonna
what do they
confuse
care?
them.
And you said exactly.
It's everywhere. Like, even on the stamped on the packages for the dry rations, like the climbing pythons have like them like engraved onto the side, like there. It's everywhere.
It's fine.
Yeah, I honestly, it's good to have a sponsor, I guess.
Yeah, like,
It's
it's fine.
But it all conveniently fits in your bag of holding.
perfect. Okay.
Don't let anyone see this. I'm starting a movement here.
Okay, well, I guess you should have done your own to-do list then, huh?
Fair.
All right, you throw the star charts into the fire, and you feel like again that reality bending around you. You feel the air pressure change, and all of a sudden it gets very hot and humid as you hear. As you are now outside, there's kind of like this fog around your knees that is hot and humid. You could feel just the moisture stick to you right away, and you're kind of in like this middle of like this village square, and the floor underneath you is wood, but you see like kind of like this muddy, cringy, like the grass was there at one point, but it's all just kind of like been walked over, and you see hundreds of people just kind of like milling about. They're all in like these black and gray robes, and they look filthy. Like their hair is greasy from not having showered in a couple of days. There's facial growth on some people, just unkempt. You look around, you see like these little villa bungalow huts with like made out of like stone and concrete, very kind of like brutalist. Like it's just a place to live with like these thatch roofs over the top. It's one of those things like it looks like it could have been a really nice resort town, and then just no one has maintained it. As you kind of show up in the middle of this kind of like plaza area, and everyone looks at you kind of shocked and astounded that you've just popped up in the middle here, walking up like in your little fireplace room. As you see people look confused and begin to whisper, and as soon as they see Yozef, everyone's eyes begin to widen.
Can I feel that feeling that I was trying to feel
people
before?
are covered. Everyone here is covered in those black squiggles.
They're squiggly.
You feel that feeling you're trying to get that crowd outside earlier. You feel like you're almost standing on, like if you were a solar panel, you're standing 2 inches away from the sun at this point. You feel power everywhere here.
People of the Isle of the Holy Absence of the Poo Bash Aboo, detritus of humanity, the world's cast-offs, those who have no hope and no home. I have come to you, and I am your savior. Reactions?
They're still shocked and aghast. And you see them all kind of like look over, and you see this old guy. He's kind of got like Albert Einstein type of like wild, crazy, frizzy hair. He looks like he's maybe in his mid-90s, and he's kind of like Mr. Burns hunched over a little bit as he comes walking up. And he says, "What are you doing on my eye?" And he makes eye contact with you. He says, "Oh, shit." And we're going to call it there, actually.
Hooray, I'm home.
As you've made your island of the Poo Bash Aboo.